Hey guys, so we're back. Like I said yesterday, I cut that video in half because I was rambling like a madman. The second part may get a little bit rambling as well, but it's a very important part about giving back as a photographer, and it's something that you'll find you may just learn a thing or two about yourself when you put yourself in these situations as well. So, just wanted to put in a couple quick photos I've enjoyed recently of mine. A nice bald eagle, beautiful winter scene near Hibbing here, and I'll have a few more at the end. But for now, let's pick up where we left off yesterday.
Now, the other thing you can do, which is not something we see a lot of photographers doing, it's something I've participated in the past myself, which was a great way for me to learn. And it was also a great way to give back to a family or an individual that was maybe not, in a financial position to hire a photographer and take pictures of a special event. Now, and what I'm talking about here is you as a photographer donating your time to say, pick maybe one family or one individual, however you want to go about doing that. Maybe it's word of mouth. Maybe you know somebody that, is struggling, just can't afford to do it, but you want to be able to give them the ability to have some beautiful photographs that they can cherish. And it's the idea of giving away your services and doing that as the gift. Now, it might be as simple as you writing up your own kind of handmade gift certificate saying, hey, this is good for one photo session, which includes the digital images, for example, and you can make prints of whatever you want. Or maybe you have them pick their top 15 or 20 favorites and you put it together in a nice book for them or a nice print bundle or something like that. But that is an idea that really works tremendously, and it's something that even more so than giving someone prints of your favorite work or things like that as a gift, I think when you give them the ability to say, yeah, I've got the chance to get some beautiful pictures made that I may never have been able to do because I, maybe can't afford it, or life circumstances, have come up and you just can't make it happen. When they have that, they kind of can feel like, yeah, this is important. And I've found in my experience, in those situations, the people that you are giving that session to, more often than not, are so much more appreciative. They're so much more open to try things. With you as a photographer, different techniques, different styles of shooting, or maybe it's doing a styled shoot where you're, dressing everyone up in 1950s era clothing and props or whatever it is. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great way for you as a photographer to learn, to get to meet somebody, have a great conversation. But not only that, you get to give them something that is so meaningful, because unfortunately, a lot of times people are in that situation where they just don't have any photos of themselves or their kids or family done by somebody, who is I hate to say the word professional because it's kind of a meaningless word, but done by someone who knows a little more about what they're doing when it comes to a portrait session and things like that. So don't discount that idea greatly, because a lot of times people will think, well, if I just give them this handmade gift certificate, what does that really mean? And I'm here to tell you that from my experience, it can mean the world to them. Jeremy Cowart, who is a photographer and videographer, he's a multimedia guru, I guess you'd say, a really, really big name photographer. He's actually started a foundation. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is called. I think it's like Help Portrait or something like that, where he has now expanded this to cities all over the world, where photographers will sign up to donate time, and they will let people sign up, to try and, get as many people as they can some good portraits. And you see a lot of his work when he does these things around the holidays. A lot of these people coming in, and you can look it up. I'll see if I can find a link to his program and link it up in the show notes, because it's really fantastic. But he shares the stories from the people that are getting their photos taken. And these are people that, may have been through a lot, and really kind of showing just how much it means to them that they are able to get some, professional photos done. And this is something that I believe is very simple to set up. If you wanted to take part in his organization, you just contact him and go through a little bit of an application process or whatnot, and you can set it up in your city or town or whatnot. But you know what? There's nothing stopping you from just doing it on your own either. there's really something powerful about being able to give someone something that is so personal and so unique to them, as well as it's a part of you. It's a part of you taking the time to not only take the pictures, but to reach out and to think of it, to take the time to choose the images if it's more of a landscape situation and you're doing books or prints or calendars. And it's really something that I urge you guys to do more of. But there's a number of things we can do as photographers to share that gift. It's really, I sometimes catch myself thinking about how much of a blessing it is that I was able to pick up a camera and get interested in this. And I think of it most often with my own family, and sadly I don't take anywhere near enough pictures of my family, especially when it comes to the little bit more formal, like family photos, portraits, lit setups, things like that. I do try and take a lot of snapshots, and I tend to prefer that little bit more casual feel in my images anyways. But it's the old saying, the carpenter's wife never has a finished home kind of a thing, where the photographer's family never has enough pictures of them or whatnot. And one of the struggles I have is that oftentimes I have a lot of pictures of my wife and kids, but not very many of me with my wife and kids. And so it's something I need to get better at myself. But still, it's been such a huge blessing, because as my kids have grown, because I've gotten interested and taken the time to learn and fell in love with photography, I've been able to create so many images and capture so many memories of my family as they've grown and the years have gone on, that I probably otherwise wouldn't have had. I might have been doing just like, a large population of the world, where they take some snapshots with their cell phone and that's about it, because they maybe don't even own a camera, or they don't really know about photography, or don't have a desire to learn about it. And it's a way that not only does it benefit you, being able to capture your own family, your own livelihood, everything about that, but it really lets you pass that on to other people. So since it is the holiday season, for those of you that don't celebrate the holidays, certainly no offense meant, but we all celebrate something, birthdays, special occasions, graduations, whatever it is, you name it. But don't discount the value and how much of an impact that giving someone the gift of photography can be it prints, be it books, big wall posters, frame prints, calendars, note cards. I mean, the options nowadays are limitless. You can take your pictures and put them on virtually anything, from t-shirts to coffee mugs to mouse pads, iPhone cases, you name it. You can find something to put your photos on, and any one of those things you can tailor to whoever you're giving it to. So I mean, if you have that favorite uncle that's really a techie, really loves technology or whatever else, I mean, maybe you don't give him a photo print. Maybe you look at getting him a custom iPad skin, for his iPad, or something cool like that. Digital photo frames is another thing to think about. These kind of were big a number of years ago, and now they've kind of faded off with the rise of smart TVs and everything else. But I've seen a few pop up recently that are doing some pretty cool things. They're a nice large size, and they've got some Wi-Fi functionality built in, where you can be at your home sending images from your computer right to that digital frame. And you talk about what a great thing for like grandparents or things like that, where you can just, as you're taking pictures throughout the year of your kids and whatever else is going on, you can just pick a handful of those, send them right to their frame, and every day when they're looking at it, they're going to see new images popping up and things like that. So a lot of really cool things out there. So you guys, I have to get back to work. First, I'm going to have to let my windshield thaw out. It is completely covered in ice and snow right now, and so I've got to get going. But you guys take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.